Let's go.
Hey guys, what's going on? This is me, the Ninja Reviewer here. I know it's a different scenario, but I just want to try something a little bit new. Anyways, hey guys, what's going on? I'm here to review Dragon Ball Super Episode 40. That is 4-0 of Dragon Ball Super. Now, here's the thing, okay? Dragon Ball Super Episode 40. Now, this episode was so unexpected the way this tournament ended. Like, it wasn't even funny. Like, the way the tournament ended in this episode surprised the living fuck out of me because, yeah, I was because it was really unexpected because I kind of thought that Goku was somehow going to win, but in reality, it was very unpredictable because I thought Goku was going to be the one, excuse me, to win the title of actually becoming, of actually beating Hit. But I should have figured that there was some way, because it was unpredictable the way it ended, because it was completely unpredictable. Like, when it comes to the Goku versus Hit finale, when it comes to, like, their full power structure, it turns out that Hit is still one step above Goku. And when Goku forfeit the match, he said that if I were to continue using the Kaioken Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan form, Kaioken times 10 on top of that, my body would pay a heavy toll regardless. Either way, I would have lost the match because with all that intense power, he would have found a way to outsmart me, and I would have lost the match regardless because of my Kaioken ability kind of slowing me down a bit, and then the power of that pretty much like destroying almost in my entire body. So if I were to keep on continuing, I would have gotten even worse condition, and I would have lost the fight regardless of what decision Goku would have made. So I'm actually kind of really impressed the way how this actually set up. I was actually very impressed how Goku pretty much took it, because CHAMPA and BEERUS and CHAMPA were arguing over the fact because Goku wanted to change the rules. He says, like, because Goku wanted a more proper, extreme, 100% full power from Hit. And we all know that Hit is a hitman, which makes sense. He is a hitman, hence the name of his name, and he is a cold-blooded killer with his hitman techniques. Since he's an assassin, he figured, okay, you know what? If he's not afraid to kill me, it'll be better off. It'll be like, you know what? Why don't I just say screw the rules and let's just, kill each other, or not kill each other, but you get what I mean. Like, he pretty much said, you know what? Even if I die, you know what, I'll probably find a way to actually block the technique somehow, but I really want to see how deadly of these so-called techniques are when it comes to your profession as an assassin hitman. So it's like, alright, fine, but BEERUS kind of disagreed with it, but Champa's like, oh, why not? It's pretty good sportsmanship, even though it's kind of contradicting himself, because fucking Champa slipped out of his tongue, that all the people that he got from Universe 6 were nothing but pawns for his little game with BEERUS. So pretty much they were just pawns. There were nothing more than that. And it was just kind of like ridiculous. And, we can obviously tell that Hit and Goku were both a little bit pissed off with their decision, because Champa had to be an idiot and he had to slip that out of his mind. But then, after that, it turns out while they were arguing about that, Goku's just like, you know what? Maybe without all this bullshit getting in our way, then we can fight to our fullest potential with our killer technique. So it's rather, either I die, or I just defend it, or maybe you die, etc., etc. Like an actual 100% full power to almost to the breath of death. That's the kind of fight Goku wanted to have. And Goku's a very smart person, because if he would have kept on fighting, and again, Goku is like the master of evolving when it comes to fighting. Like, you may say, oh, he is pretty dense, he's stupid, he only cares about having a challenge this, a challenge that. Like, no. Goku has always been that smart, persistent fighter in the actual series. Think about that for a moment. He's known all this, he's always prepared for these circumstances. He's always prepared for these what-if scenarios. Like, what if I did this? What if I did that? So he's pretty smart with that regardless. Yeah, he can be dumb most of the time, and, he is a little bit kind of like a mindset of a child, but when it comes to fighting, he has become the ultimate master of not only a Saiyan warrior, but also a martial artist in general, and that's what I really respect about Goku. Now, when it comes to Prime 1 million Superman, a lot of people are like, oh, what about 1 Prime million Superman? Will he be able to beat Goku? Well, that could be a possible round 3 if Screw Attack decides to do it. I highly doubt it at this point. I think they just want to kill off the whole Goku versus Superman thing because, you know, no matter what kind of form, Superman will probably still be one step ahead of him. Maybe with Kaioken and Super Saiyan Blue, it's a possibility that he could outwit and probably stand a fair chance against Superman. It's a possibility. It's a huge possibility, but especially now with this new technique, you know, formed in hand. But then Goku's like, you know what, I'd rather just lay off the Kaioken for a while because it does still lay a heavy toll on my body. And you could tell, like, his muscles were starting to, like, deflate from it. Like, it became really weak. So, yeah, we can tell that it wasn't an easy task. Then, we had the final fight between Madaka, you know, that little piece of shit, versus Hit. And I was like, oh, good God, he's gonna get slaughtered. Yeah, Universe 7 fucking lost. It's fucking over. It's done. But then, since Hit found out anyway that this was just a little game, he felt bad for Universe 7 because, you know what, they were even. They want to fight at their full potential. He feels like if he were to win with that easy victory with Madaka, he would just feel kind of like unsatisfied. So it's like, you know what? Just to somewhat, you know, try to make them feel better, he pretends, you know, kind of like how Mr. Satan pretty much had that little spark with some of the Z Warriors, how it's like, you know what, oh, like, you know, like Android 18. So it kind of reminds me of like Android 18 and how Mr. Satan, how they fought like in the tournament, and she kind of faked it. She was going to split the money with him half and half anyway. So that's pretty much what it reminded me of. But except that Madaka got pretty much a lot more respect from Hit. Because, you know, he was really hyped up too. Goku was really excited. And then, of course, BEERUS had to slip out that, yeah, he really fucking sucks. Which is like, and Goku still wants to challenge him. Good luck with that, my friend. Wow. You're not going to really be 100% satisfied, I guarantee you that. But regardless, though, when it comes to that, though, Madaka, you know, he pretty much pretends to fly back, and he calls the match. Universe 7 pretty much wins. And again, that was unexpected, because I didn't expect it to happen. I really thought Goku was going to find a way to actually get the win regardless. But it turns out we were wrong. Goku actually did forfeit the match. Well, he didn't look... Well, that's normal unpredictable, too. Like, we thought Hit was going to be, like, one step ahead of him, but he would have been regardless, because Goku's like, no, it would have taken a much more worse tone on me, and I could have almost died, and Hit still would have won the match regardless. So that was a huge plot twist. I did not expect that at all. And that was something unexpected I didn't really think. Because, like, oh yeah, he does have a point, because he did say he did lay this technique off limits for, like, a while. But I guess, and especially now since he just got the, you know, the God Key, and because of that, you know, it does make sense for him to actually have that heavy toll of his body. Then finally, the last thing about this episode is the king of all. Who the fuck is this thing? He is the king of all. I'm assuming, okay, he's probably like the king or the official ruler of all 12 universes when it comes to 12 universes of the gods. It makes perfect sense, which I really think, because BEERUS and CHAMPA were both sweating. The sweat, yo, the sweat was real with those two. They're like, oh fuck, just sweating buckets, just seeing this guy. He has got to be like maybe the most top tier OP motherfucker, and I think he's actually coming close to can actually defeat CHAMPA and BEERUS. And if that's the case, oh boy, I think Goku is going to need a lot more of that God training in order to actually step up to that particular level. Holy shit. So it's a brand new door of possibilities that do open up when it comes to that. And judging from the preview for next week's episode, yo, did you see how big that fucking dragon is? It's ridiculous. That thing doesn't even look like a dragon. It looks like a goddamn fucking space creature, yo. It's fucking ridiculous. It's massively huge, that dragon. So we do know that the dragon is probably, judging from the preview, it's going to premiere, appear in the actual episode. We're going to see that, and it's, you know, they're going to make their wish What wish it can be, we don't know. We don't know how many wishes it can pertain. We don't know if it's going to be 3 wishes, 2 wishes, or just 1 wish. We're in the dark with that. We don't really know. That's something we got to find out in the next episode of Dragon Ball Super. So yeah, that's pretty much it for this review. Overall, another 5 out of 5. Another awesome soft score. Definitely a really bizarre way to wrap this entire arc up of the Universe 6 tournament. So yeah, it was a really bizarre and awesome way to wrap things up. Totally unexpected. Bravo and kudos to Toei Animation. The animation was actually pretty good for this episode. I mean, there were maybe a little tiny bits of moments here and there, but it wasn't really that noticeable because the rest of the stuff was fast-paced. And the animation, again, surprise, surprise, was actually much more improved. Even from last week's standards, it was much more improved. So yeah, it looks like Toei maybe they are right about these new so-called animators. Maybe they are learning the techniques and they are starting to actually draw a lot more better compared to, way back in the past. So who knows really? Who knows? Maybe they will step it up and they will become extremely better when it comes to animating stuff for Toei Animation. So alright, so we'll see how it goes from there. So until then, that's basically it. I will see you guys next week or next Sunday, Monday, whatever, for Dragon Ball Super episode 41. I know this is a bit late, I apologize, but I was busy doing other things and I was going to be on top of it. And then I got to do the My Hero Academia. Actually, I got to do that's right, I got to do 2 episodes. Shit, I got to do episode 3 and 4, which, I missed out on. I finally caught up to. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I am done. This is the Ninja Reviewer signing out. Peace, soul, love, chicken grease, and the sky's the limit. Anime manga fans, keep supporting what you watch. And until then, I will see you guys next week for episode 41 of Dragon Ball Super. Bye-bye.